What's up, guys? This is Coach Matt with our Tuesday workout. We're gonna hit some deadlifts, followed by a little barbell cycling and body weight complex. So let's begin with the warm up. Start with 2 rounds through 20 calories, your choice, row, bike, or ski. Then we're gonna get our barbell out. We're just gonna do some light barbell warm up. So a muscle clean followed by a front squat. So this is the bar path of the clean with a single hip extension. Start from your setup position, drive, push the floor away, hips out, into that front rack position, down into the front squat, and then back to our setup. So muscle clean, front squat, 5 reps. And that's gonna mimic the same range of motion we're gonna do in the squat clean during the workout, but in the squat clean, obviously it'll be faster. We'll be pulling ourselves under the bar to catch in the squat position. Next, we're gonna get a band set up about sternum height from the rig, get some tension, palms facing upward, thumbs the band, and we're pulling towards our chest from that athletic stance, right? Make sure that we are pulling towards the body, contacting the rig or the band to the sternum, as well as pulling apart. So I'm really lighting up and waking up all those muscles that pull my shoulder blades together. Next one, we're gonna do some 15-second tuck holds. So a tuck is just pulling my knees to my chest, and ideally what we'd like to see is I'm leaning my torso backwards and holding that position for 15 seconds. So I'm gonna tuck, I'm gonna shrug my shoulders back and down and then tuck my knees. And I'm just trying to hold here with my knees. If I, that's a pretty challenging position to hold. So a really cool modification we can do is just hang a band from the rig like that, step both feet into the band, and then it's the same thing where I'm just tucking, but I've got my feet supported just a little bit by that band, and it can allow me to get into a position that maybe I couldn't on just my muscles alone. But getting in that position, even at a lighter resistance, will help your body to build strength in that position, okay? I'll follow through that warm-up sequence 2 times, so we're gonna do our deadlifts. Today we have a pause deadlift. We're pausing in the middle of the knee on the way down, right? So 6 reps at a moderate percentage. This should not be an awful feel today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reps. Deadlift up on the way down, perfect position. I'm pausing right here in the middle of the knee. 1, 2, 3, tap, and right back up. Okay, so that having to slow the weight down, keeping it touching your knee, and being in that position for 3 seconds allows you the time to make it a perfect position every single time. If you are one of the people that I am always harping on about the knees pushing forward and the barbell chasing around the front of the knee, this is your time to take that position. Go, where are my shoulders relative to my hands? If my shoulders are not above or slightly in front of my hands, with my shins vertical, it'll give you that time to figure that position out. And then hopefully, as you do that more and more, that will just become your natural position, okay? So the point of those pauses is to improve not just strength, but also our posture, our movement process, right? And the way that your brain processes that movement without you thinking about it, okay? Palloff press, or Palloff, yeah, we're doing Palloff presses today. So this is slow Palloff presses. So we're gonna start with the band slightly behind the rig, and I'm doing 20 seconds on each side, pressing in and out slowly, about this fast, just watching the clock for 20 seconds each side, right? And we're gonna superset that every one of the 5 sets. When you finish that, we have a 16-minute EMOM. It's gonna go 4 stations. Every minute has a different exercise. So minute number 1, you will do the first exercise only. Minute number 2, you will do the second exercise only. So they're lettered A, B, C, and D. Each letter is 1 minute. So the first one, in 1 minute, I want you to get a hard calorie on the bike. I said 25 or 20, but it's a time cap of 45 seconds. So as long as you go hard for 45 seconds, even if you only get like 23 out of 25, that's totally fine. Do not go past 45 seconds so that you can have 15 seconds to move to your bench, right? Or you can do this on the floor too. Batwing hold is a postural exercise that we're gonna hold 2 15-second increments. And if you're doing it on the bench, then we're just laying face down and we're pulling, trying to pull your dumbbells towards your armpits without touching the bench. So make sure you're not resting on the bench. We're just squeezing the shoulders towards the sky. And the other thing on this one is I don't want you to have your head up. All right, have your head neutral and just pull your shoulders, pull with your hands. Try to jab your elbows as high up as you can get them. All right, next one, we're gonna have our barbell loaded up. 95-65 is the weight for this, or I said 35 or 30 to 45% of your 1 rep max. So this should be a lightweight. Do not need to change it every round unless you want to. Squat clean for 5 reps is the movement. So we're starting from the ground all the way to the top of the hip extension, catch at the bottom of the squat and stand. Okay, so full speed. All right, 5 reps of that squat clean. And then the last one will be on the ground. 2 15-second hollow holds. So now we're holding in the hollow position, trying to peel our spine away from the ground, as little contact with the ground as possible. And you start this as tight as you need to start. You could be like this and still get a really good effect out of it because there's a minimal contact of your spine and the ground, and you're really cranking your abs to make that position as tight as possible. All right, that is our workout for today. Hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you on Wednesday.